This has been such a long road. We have been talking about recognizing the contributions and achievements of the Filipino-American community in the South of Market since 2007. Many of you started with the Western SoMA Task Force when we were doing the community planning to make sure that we are preserving our neighborhood while helping to grow our city with PDR, office, and residential. This was a big component of this, and I am proud to be the author of this legislation where we are finally going to be recognizing the Filipino-American community in the South of Market. But this is why this district is so unique. Yes, we are going to recognize our incredible history, and I, by the way, am a beneficiary of the incredible work of this community. I live across from the park, the only multi-use park in the South of Market that this community fought for, Victoria Manalo Draves, named after the first Filipina gold medalist to win on behalf of this country. I live across from one of our public schools, the only public school to teach Tagalog as part of its program across the street from my house. I've been a part of working with this community to make sure our neighborhoods are safer for our seniors and our children, for our pedestrians, and of course, we are all a beneficiary of the work of this community in fighting to build more affordable housing in Chinatown, in the South of Market, in the Excelsior, and of course to preserve our existing rent control housing. We had a great announcement this morning where we have purchased another building in the South of Market on Natoma. And while it seems like a small achievement, these are 5 households that have lived in the South of Market for decades. They are our seniors, they're our working class residents that are going to stay in the neighborhood that I get to live in and continue to be neighbors. And this is what is making this district special. It is not just about preserving our history and our culture. It is also talking about how we can use land use controls and economic development tools to make sure that our community continues to stay in the South of Markets for decades to come. We want to ensure that our community leaders, our diversity, get to stay in San Francisco, and that we look at also preserving our arts institutions like Bindle Stiff Studio, the only Filipino performing arts center in the country, that we get to talk about how we get to preserve housing and continue to build more. So I just want to thank all of our community members for their years of work to make this a reality, and I also want to recognize April Veneracion Ang from my office, who has worked so hard to make sure that we could get this draft moving forward this year. So we have a lot more work to do to make this a reality, so we're really going to roll up our sleeves to make sure that we can make this happen. Also, finally, I want to recognize our Philippines consulate, Mrs. Bansuerta, who's also here today. Thank you for your support of this as well. Thank you.